Ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking of eating, or drinking, or driving while watching this video, I really do suggest that you don't. Because, with the greatest of pleasure, Flora would like to introduce you to John Ben. Hello, beautiful, he said on a Friday. Good morning. Happy weekend, he said on the Saturday. How are you doing today? He said on the Sunday. Flora was ignoring him, because I wasn't looking at Flora's account. But on Monday, Flora found him. Hi, she said. I'm sorry I keep missing you. I wasn't at home much over the weekend. Good morning, he said. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great morning. Do you have anything more interesting to say? Said Flora on the Tuesday. Why did you send me a friend request? Yes, I have so many interesting things to say if you're ready to listen to me. Het Vogender. I hope you're having a nice time. I decided to send you friend request because I was impressed with your profile pic. I came across your profile through an internet cyclopedia as I was searching for people to be my friends from your state. So I used this opportunity to ask you for a warm friendship, and it will be my pleasure having you as my friend here. Knowing one another is a gradual process, and here are a few things I think you should know about me. My name is, and then in brackets, Engineer John Ben. I am the engineer working for United USA, all one word, government, as engineer, but presently at contract work in Germany. I've been in many countries due to my work. We're into condominium and road constructions, and it will be my pleasure to know more about you. I'm curious, said Flora, to know which cyclopedia gives you contacts for people from my state. Friend suggestions, he said. That's where I added you, on Facebook. I hope you slept well, and you're having a beautiful morning, just like the way you're beautiful. Have you met a lot of people in my state? She asked. No, he said. Just you, friend. Oh, said Flora, that's a shame. Are you serious? He asked. I'm sure if you keep looking, you'll find some other people in the same state, she said. I know, he said. And then in reply to him saying, Are you serious? She said, Yes. You said you were searching for people to be my friends from your state. Yes, I'm okay with only you. I don't like so much friend. If you say so, said Flora. Yes, Do you have any plans for today? And where did you snap that pic in your Facebook profile? Yes, she said, and that pic was taken in the back garden of my house. It's a sunset photo I took somewhere. Oh, that's nice. The picture is very cute, and you're the definition of beauty. What a pretty smile you have. You're stunning. There are no boundaries to your beauty. What are the plans that you are up to today? I'm up to all manner of things, said Flora, trying to stop herself from turning into Celia and coming over all Shakespearean. I'm raking up dead leaves and planting bulbs. What are the plans that you are up to today? Not much, he said. Going out to visit one of my siblings later on. What are you doing at the moment? And how long have you been on Facebook? I'm sitting on the stairs, wondering if I can run up and down them 10 times in 5 seconds, said Flora. I've been on Facebook for the last 10 minutes, and I really should get back to the gardening. What are you doing at the moment? Sitting enjoying talking to you, as we're both behind the screen, trying to know more about ourselves. I hope you're having a good mood today. I would like to be kind and honest with you. I am a man that has seen life. I've been in the social circle for many years, although it does not matter on age, colour or achievement. What matters in our life is your kindness to humanity. Dear, I believe that is the more important thing in life. Oh yes, said Flora, the social circle. When did you join it? They wouldn't let me in. I don't know why. Perhaps I'm just too square. 4 years ago, he said. I joined Facebook. You said they wouldn't let you in. Who's that person that wouldn't let you in? The social circle, said Flora. They wouldn't let me join. Really? Said our man. Friend? Talking of... Sorry, guys, I know what comes next. This is going to be hard. Talking about myself. Okay, trying again several hours later. Talking about myself, I'm single, and I do live alone with my pet. It's not going to work, guys. I'm 1'6", 188 pounds, with athletic build, I'm mentally stable, physically fit, a bunch of laughs, warm, caring, honestly a good listener, God, 60 years old, God-fearing, and a positive to talk. And you? I'm speechless, said Flora. It happens sometimes, because I was rolling on the floor laughing. I know, but it happens for a good reason, he said. Am I right? Can I know why, if you don't mind? I didn't know God was 60 years old, said Flora. Did I miss a good party? What do you mean? Explain to me, he said. So she copied the bit where he'd said, God, 60 years old. You should have known that's the wrong type, he said. A good listener and 60 years old. Oh, said Flora, he's older than 60. But they cross-posted. And so she replied to him saying, a good listener and 60 years old. Oh, okay. Do you understand me now? I'm 60 years old, single dad. I do live alone. That's nice for you, said Flora. I'm 72. I have a daughter who lives in Glastonbury and a granddaughter who lives in India with her boyfriend. Do you have grandchildren yet? Yes, it's one granddaughter. They live in another state. Yes, it's what? Asked Flora. One daughter and granddaughter. Where are you originally from? Out Mangalinia. Where are you originally from? My dad is originally from Germany, Berlin, and my mum is originally from Philadelphia, PA. No, said Flora, I asked where you are originally from, not where your parents are from. Do you have a big family? He asked. Where are you originally from? Germany, Berlin, relocated to Philadelphia, PA, 7 years ago. Okay, said Flora. From Germany, Berlin. Didn't I already tell you? She said, in reply to him saying, do you have a big family? You already said that, she said, in reply to him saying, he was from Germany, Berlin, twice. Yes, friend. Awesome, said Flora. I do love a man that reads what I type and can have a sensible, intelligent conversation. Such a rare find. I understand you as well, he said, and I am really a sincere and honest person. I'm caring, kind, friendly, very easy to get along with. I'm social, romantic, passionate, smart, intelligent, cool-headed, adaptive, have a big heart, and I do believe in the truth and honesty, because honesty is the only key to human success, and with honesty, our dreams will just be the greatest and the best of all. I know it's hard to be completely honest, but I try to be who I am and do what I know how to do best. It's a shame he's really not very good at it. And you? I am sincerely and honestly a real person, said Flora, lying through her teeth. I do believe in the key to human ascension and all-fulfilling everythingness. I like to think I know how to bestest. Sounds good, said our man. You look younger than your age, and age is just a number. Thanks for sharing with me. Tell me what you do in Germany, asked Flora. I would like to know you better from inside, because you seem very interesting to me. So I have a question for you. What qualities do you appreciate in people the most? In my opinion, honesty, faithfulness, kindness, sincere and understanding are very important in people. I'm engineer, like I told you. Mudlogger engineer. The job is to monitor and record drilling activity, said our man who builds condominiums and roads, providing information to the drilling team about a well's status during the extraction of oil or gas. And you? Tell me a little about your job too. I'm retired, said Flora. I was a secretary in a firm of solicitors. So you extract condominiums from oil wells. How fascinating. Yes, he said. You're absolutely right. And you're retired from a very good job. Do you feel lonely sometimes, being alone? Do you live alone? Do you extract them whole, asked Flora, or do you have to piece them together like a Lego kit? Extract them, he said. Why do you ask? Just curious, said Flora. What's the largest condominium you've extracted? I don't think this next bit's a real word. Fellat, he said. Sorry, why do you want to know? Have you been to oil rigs before? No, said Flora, just curious. The best way to learn is from an intelligent expert, I think. It depends, said our unintelligent non-expert. That's good to know. You have a good sense of humour. Oh, yes, said Flora. I can sniff out a human half a mile away. That's good, he said. Like I told you, we can extract 11.5 million barrels a day of oil. It depends. Are you single? Do you live alone? That's a lot of barrels, said Flora. What do you do with them? Roll them out? Your job is to complete your target, he said. Then give reports to them. The company are the ones to make use of it, not you. They hired me for a contract. My job is to deliver to their amount of what they want me to do before the contract will be over. But for now, I'm not working, said our man, who was working in Germany. I'm home resting, and I'm going for a new contract. But the contract is yet to be awarded to me. But I believe by the grace of God, everything will be all right. And you? Tell me a little about your job. I was hoping you'd tell me what you do with all those barrels, said Flora. I typed letters and answered the phone. OK, my job is to deliver to their target whenever I have a contract, that's all. I've been searching for a job for the Deferent Company for the past 7 months. I know all the company that I've applied for job. One of them will offer a contract one day. I'm sure they will, said Flora, but I really want to know what you do with 11.5 million barrels every day. That's what you do in your job always? He asked. Just type letters and answer the phone? I made tea and coffee, she said, did some filing, took notes in meetings, and spent more time than I should have, wondering what someone would do with all those barrels if they found themselves extracting 11 million a day. You can't drill every day, but the highest figure that they've drilled in a day is 11.5 million barrel. That's why I told you that it depends. The government own it, he said. OK, said Flora, what do you do with fewer than 11 million barrels a day? You know, what do you do with however many barrels you've extracted? That's a lot of barrels. Do you pile them up, roll them out, have a barrel of fun, make furniture out of them, recycle them? What do you mean? Asked our man. I told you, they hired me for a contract whenever I tried to meet up to my target. That's 11 million barrels is a lot of barrels, she said. What do you do with the barrels? Nothing much, he said. Any other things? That's the question behind the government. OK? Ah, said Flora. They have a secret barrel store. Maybe they use them to store illicit beer and other contraband in a secret underground bunker somewhere. To which our man, of course, replied, yes, you're absolutely right about that. Do you have any people that work as an oils drilling engineer? Where do you think I'd have them? Asked Flora. And how long have you been retired from your job? I don't have an underground bunker, she continued. I retired 8 years ago. Good. Do you live alone? Are you single? I live with myself and I, she said. I'm divorced. What causes your divorce? He asked. I live alone, too. What causes you to live alone? Said Flora. And in reply to him asking what causes your divorce, she said, we signed the papers. My wife died in automobile accident 10 years ago. That's why. Do you feel lonely sometimes? Oh, no, said Flora. I can spend hours talking to myself, or I. Really? He said. That's good to know. Can we be friends and get to know more about ourselves very well? Because knowing one another does not take years. It just takes a second to meet someone and be good friends. That's why I sent you a message in the first place, because your profile pic really caught my attention, and I would like to know more about you and be good friends with you, if you don't mind. I already know quite a lot about myself very well, said Flora. My daughter can help you get to know yourself very well. She can guide you on a journey of self-discovery. Our man sent a thumbs up, and remember, Flora is Seraphina's mother. I'll ask her to light a candle to help start your journey, she said. Can we be friends? He asked. OK. I'm sure we can, said Flora. Good. Are you on Google Chat? I am. Yes. And so, of course, they moved to Google Chat. And over on Google Chat, our man said, hello, friend. It's your friend from Facebook. Nice meeting you. Hi, said Flora. Good to have you here, friend. How's your morning going over there with you? It's afternoon, said Flora, and it hasn't changed since I was talking to you on Facebook. Oh, good, he said. What have you eating for dinner? Is your name Flora? Are you busy now? What a strange question, said Flora. What do you think my name is? Is your name John? Yes, John, he said. I'm still wondering what you do with all those barrels, she said. 11 million in a day is a lot of barrels. You need a very large shed to store them in. Not me. The government, he said. The government have a very large shed, asked Flora. Yes, said our man. I didn't mean you specifically, she said. I just meant what happens to that many barrels. How many people does it take to lift them? Different shift, he said. They work per hours. OK. How many people does it take to shift them? So many people in different shift. How many barrels can one person shift per work per hours? She asked. I told you, he said. It depends. OK. Roughly, she said. Because that's an awful lot of barrels. You must have hundreds of people just lifting, shifting, moving, rolling barrels. Yes, they do. he said. What's in the barrels? Asked Flora. I told you. That depends. Some group can shift 2.77 million barrel. Some can shift up to 1.22 million barrel. I was just asking for a rough estimate, said Flora, of how many people it takes to shift all those barrels. What's in the barrels? Some group are 25 and some group are 30 people. My goodness, said Flora. 30 people can shift 2.77 million barrels in a day. That's a seriously high work rate. What's in the barrels? Yes, it's with 15 people extra backup in any shifting, he said. Does that remind you of one of those silly logic questions that children get asked? If 30 people can shift 2.77 million barrels in a day, how many barrels can one person shift in a day? And just for fun, here's the answer. One person shifts 2.77 million divided by 30 barrels per day. That's 92,333 barrels per person, assuming that they work a 24-hour shift. There are 86,400 seconds in that 24-hour day. So our hard-working team shift one barrel every 0.9 seconds. No wonder they need an extra 15 people to help them. They probably don't get any time for bathroom breaks or tea breaks either. I guess that explains why they have to work shifts. They're a little bit knackered after 24 hours. Back to the barrels. Awesome, said Flora. What's in the barrels? It depends, he said. I told you. 2.77 million barrel and 1.22 million barrel. OK, can I see a picture of you on here? What's in the barrels? Asked Flora for the umpteenth time. My pic is on Facebook. Let me see, he said. You can still send it to me on here. I only see one of your picture on Facebook. I need new one. You don't need anything, said Flora. What's in the barrels? As you're clearly having difficulty reading that, maybe I should type it one word at a time. What is in the barrels? To which our man replied, as the government. I've explained to you. Do you understand very well? If you didn't understand, you can ask the internet to know more. OK? You haven't explained to me at all, said Flora. What is in the barrels? Or to put it another way, what do the barrels contain? Or to put it another way, are the barrels empty, or do you put something in them? Or does each barrel contain one of those condominiums? Why should I ask the internet to know more, OK, when I'm talking to an expert? My local brewery puts beer in their barrels. I wouldn't even know what to ask the internet. Is that it? You put beer in the barrels? Then if you didn't know what ask the internet, then how did you know what to ask me? He said. Can I see another picture of you? I'm asking you precisely because I don't know what to ask the internet, said Flora. Should I ask, what do you put in a barrel? I'll do that. Yes, he said. Awesome, said Flora. It works. Who'd Googled what do you put in a barrel? And the answer is barrels have a variety of uses, including storage of liquids such as water, oil and alcohol. They're also employed to hold maturing beverages such as wine, cognac, armagnac, sherry, port, whiskey, beer, arrack and sake. Which of those goes into the barrels you produce? Asked Flora. I'm not sure I'd want 11 million barrels of whiskey. So now, maybe you'd be so kind as to tell me what goes into the barrels that you produce, even if there are only 1 million of them, not 11 million. I don't want to talk about it any more, said our man. Can I see your new picture? That's a shame, said Flora. I was so enjoying our little chat. Don't be lazy. Tap on the Facebook icon and go and look. If you and your team can shift millions of barrels a day with just 30 people, I'm sure your finger can manage to take a second or two to tap on an icon. OK, I said new picture, said our man. I knew you could do it, said Flora. OK, can I see your new picture? I said my picture is on Facebook, replied Flora. I'll say it again to save you having to struggle with reading. I mean recent pictures, he interjected. Picture is on Facebook. Or are you one of those rude, demanding bullies that won't listen to what a lady says? It's a shame for such a highly intelligent man. Oh, wait. That man, of course, took that literally. I'm waiting, he said. Keep waiting, pal, said Flora. Keep waiting. You're awfully slow on the uptake for a highly intelligent man, but I guess repetition is good. My picture is on Facebook. Of course, there's always the awful possibility that you aren't a highly intelligent man. That is a possibility, isn't it?" "I don't know what you're talking about," said our offended scammer. "I'm an intelligent man." "That's what I thought," said Flora. "So you should be able to read and comprehend without me having to type everything several times." "All right, if you said so. Are you okay with your health?" he said. "I'm fine, thanks," said Flora. "How about you? Do you have any issues with your eyesight? I can recommend a good optician." "Nope," he said, "I'm okay. Just curious, that's why I'm asking. Then why are you finding difficult to send me a new picture of you?" "That's awesome," said Flora. "Why are you finding difficult to read and comprehend what I said?" "Never mind," he said. "I can say it again if you're having difficulty," replied Flora. "Don't be lazy. Tap on the Facebook icon. My picture is on Facebook. You could even copy it and paste it into the chat here. How about that? Then you'd be able to see it." "You have only one pic on your Facebook," he said. "I need new one, not that one on the Facebook. Do you understand me? Maybe you don't want me to see a recent picture of you." "You don't need new one," said Flora. "Do you understand me? I don't like rude, bullying men. Not exactly how you described yourself on Facebook. A man who won't respect a lady's wishes is an arrogant, bullying egotist, not the kind, honest, caring, blah, blah, blah type you claim to be. Stop acting like an entitled baby. You're definitely proving that this wasn't true," she said, copying pasting a bit where he'd said he was a good listener. "I understand you," he said, followed by, "What do you mean?" "And I'm having doubts about this bit too," she said, copying and pasting the bit where he'd said friendly, very easy to get along with. "That's what I mean, that your behaviour here on chat isn't what you were telling me about yourself on Facebook." "What do you mean?" "I'm not sure about this bit either," she said, copying and pasting the bit where he'd said adaptive. "Assuming you know what adaptive means," she said. And then, copying and pasting where he'd said, "What do you mean?" she said, "For an intelligent man, you really do seem to be struggling, so I'll explain it slowly." "I do understand," he said. "On Facebook," she said, "you told me that you're adaptive, friendly, easy to get along with, and a good listener. I've told you multiple times that my picture is on Facebook, but far from being a good listener, you're not listening at all, and have tried to bully me, yes, bully me, into sending you another photo because you're too lazy to tap on an icon. That isn't friendly, that isn't adaptive, that doesn't make you easy to get along with, and it proves without a shadow of a doubt that you're not a good listener." "I'm a good listener," he said. "Believe me." "Clearly you aren't," said Flora, "so no, I don't believe you." "I'm a man of my words," he said. "I suggest you change the subject, please," said Flora. "OK, I believe you. What have you, guess what, eaten today?" "Tell me where you are now," said Flora. "Are you working in Germany or at home in the States waiting for a new contract? Because remember, that man has told us both." "At home in the States," he said, "and you?" "So when you told me you're working in Germany, that wasn't true. Where do you think I am?" "I told you I relocated from Germany, Berlin, to USA. Am I right? I did not tell you that I'm working in Germany." So Flora, of course, copied and pasted the bit where he'd said, "presently at contract work in Germany." "Who wrote that then?" she asked. "Your mate?" "Wrong type," he said. "OK, I told you that for now. I'm in my home in the USA. I don't have a contract for now. I'm searching for a new contract." "OK, so that wasn't true," said Flora. "Great for a man of my words. But like I said, change the subject." "If you say so. What's your idea of a perfect day?" he asked. "One where I can have a conversation with someone without having to ask each question several times," said Flora. "What's your idea of a perfect day?" "As for me, going to the beach to have some fun," said our mature man. "Awesome," said Flora. "What kind of fun do you have there?" "Go to the beach," he said, "and have fun." "Yes, you said that. What kind of fun do you have at the beach? Please don't keep making me ask everything several times. It's getting a bit tedious." "How many brothers and sisters do you have?" she asked, because remember, at the beginning he'd said he was going out to see his sibling. "What kind of fun do people have at the beach?" he said. Fair enough question. "No brothers and sisters, just siblings," he said. "And you?" "Oh," said Flora, "what kind of siblings do you have? Intersex? Trans? Undecided? I had a brother, but he died 40 years ago." I had 3 siblings, said our confused scammer. 2 lives in the state with me, and 1 lives in another state, just like my granddaughter. How's your evening going over there with you? But you told me you don't have any, said Flora. Now you have 3. That's very clever, and you already told me you have 1 daughter and 1 granddaughter. And I'm still fascinated by your 3 siblings, who aren't your brothers or sisters. If they aren't intersex, trans, undecided, maybe they were fostered, adopted, half-brothers and half-sisters. Good morning, said our scammer. You talking rubbish! Go to our past chat and screenshot for me. I did told you like that. I hope you slept well. I'm not talking rubbish, said Flora. So here, as instructed, are the screenshot for you. She copied and pasted a bit where he said, no brothers and sisters, and then the bit where he said, I had 3 siblings. Yes, he said. So if you don't have brothers or sisters, your siblings must be intersex or trans, said Flora. It the same, you're the one that's getting yourself wrong, not me, he said. No, said Flora. If your siblings aren't brothers or sisters, that means they're not male or female. Yes, he said, as the penny dropped and he finally Googled, what are siblings? So if they're not male or female, they must be intersex or trans. Yes, said our scammer, I agree with you. Awesome, said Flora. So you have 3 intersex or trans siblings. So it isn't me that's getting yourself wrong, is it? Yes, he said. It's you. So stop being rude, said Flora. Yep, he said. So apologise, please, she said. What's your mood like today, he asked. I apologise. Bad, said Flora, until you apologise properly. I apologise, and I hope my apologies is accepted. But I'm fascinated to know about your siblings, said Flora. Do they all have an intersex condition, or did they transition? Yep, he said. Intersex. What's your mood like today? And I hope your health is okay today. My health is blooming, thanks, said Flora. My mood will improve now you've stopped being rude to me. What's your own mood like today? Oh, and I hope your own health is okay today. My health is okay, and my mood is good, he said. What are you up to today? Do you talk to so many people on here, or just me alone, he asked. I talk to hundreds of people on chat, said Flora. I have nothing else to do with my life, although most aren't as rude as you, or as stupid. I lie, obviously. Some are just as thick as you, and some are even thicker. I know it's hard to believe any could be thicker than you, but believe me, some are. Why did you say you have nothing else to do with your life? He asked. It takes hours to talk to that many people on chat, said Flora, but I manage it. Unable to think of a reply, our man disappeared, which was a shame. I was enjoying my little conversation with him. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.